From the shadows of New York's Manhattan skyline to Arizona's Valley of the Sun resides a radio program the world over has been waiting for. Hosted by two men no one has ever heard of. It's a place where idiocracy runs free and rarely a point is made. Kieran.
Peasants, I can't deal with this. I am Rocket. Star Rocket.
Rocket.
Winthrop, get the yachts ready. We're going to Monda.
Together, these men will bring you laughter at any cost, even if that means sacrificing their own egos or well-being. So put your brains on standby. Sit back and relax. The boys have returned. Lunatic Radio starts now.
What up, everybody? LR Show! Sunday. That's really annoying. If you haven't turned your sets off yet now, get ready to get bored for another hour and a half.
Really? That was the highlight right there. You peaked.
Fucking A. Just annoy him at the top, bore him at the bottom.
The recipe for success.
Absolutely. You can see the listenership in the chat room live. Fucking flowing in like it's goddamn Bonnaroo's happening. Word up, everybody. It's the Lunatic Radio Show, the show that hasn't taken place in a long time.
Wow, that's how you refer to it as.
The Sunday version of this show with Rock.
Yes.
The OGs of the internet, the first podcast in history. You're listening to the two men that created this platform. We really didn't. We just got bored and we're like, man, let's do radio on the internet a long time ago before everybody kind of did it.
Right.
But anyway, here we are.
And it makes money off of it now.
Everybody makes money off of it. Rock and I are just going, how does everybody make money?
Can we get one person in the chat room?
How do we get advertisers? Amazon. Oh, no. Here we go.
Yeah, ready?
Are we ready?
Yeah.
It's going to be all day.
How bizarre! How bizarre! How bizarre!
Fuck yeah, bro.
I'm already wondering what the show is going to be titled.
Amazon. I was watching that video before the show today, and that guy, whoever sings that song, debuted in 1995 in December. That guy looks like he's literally on methamphetamine filming that video.
What YouTube hole did you fall down in that you wound up there?
I know. It was actually a thought in my head. I was looking up, for some reason before the show today, I was looking up crime reports. I was on crimereport.com, crimereports.com, looking up.
Crime reports?
I was hoping to do like a Hampton segment, like we always do when Rock comes on the show. Actually, Rock comes on the show. That's how long we haven't done the show.
It's like when I'm around.
When Rock and I do a show, I like making fun of the Hamptons for some reason. I don't know why. It's just a thing I like to do. It's like I fall into the pocket. I feel comfortable doing it.
It's a couple guys from Long Island. We've been out there many times. We're very familiar with the area.
Right. And I was reading an article before the show about how like a restaurateur hired some hoity-toity chef from Manhattan to come up to his Hamptons fucking restaurant on Main Street in Southampton and cook for him. And apparently they clashed heads. And it was like a story in the Post. I don't know why that was even like. I don't even know why it was like a story I was reading, but I was reading it, and I was reading the article, and they're using all these fancy words like
I thought
he cooked the crumble way and ordered all the. Apparently, he ordered like $100 pasta makers or something. I didn't even know you could do that.
Oh, $100 pasta makers. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Pasta makers can be very expensive.
Spent $95 on plates.
Yeah.
So the plate that they serve the food on costs $95. That's a little crazy.
Yeah.
What do you think?
That's not Kieran McCann's way of eating. A little paper plate.
So going back, I was on crimereports.com after reading that article and knowing that Rock and I are going to do the show today. I was like, maybe we can do a Hamptons segment where I can just play Hamptons hoity-toity music and do that shit. So I was on crimereports.com and I was looking up, the latest crimes in the Hamptons area. And apparently there are a lot. There are a lot in the last 2 weeks. 73 incidents of fucking drugs, theft, and break-ins.
Oh, it actually says details what they are?
Oh, yeah. No, they have little symbols.
Oh,
Like
a little
indicating
iconography.
what location certain things happen. A lot of drugs. A lot of drugs happening.
Drugs. What were the other two categories again?
Burglary and theft.
No, burglary. Yeah, they all make sense. Burglary, theft. A lot of rich people. A lot of things to take from.
A lot of people trying to penetrate the rich people's stuff.
All right.
How bizarre!
How bizarre! How bizarre! How bizarre!
That's a bizarre choice of words. Penetrate.
How bizarre guy's doing these days? What do you think he's doing, Rock?
Yeah, he's more like
He's hanging out with Lou Bega.
Yeah, right. Actually, I hear Lou Bega's not doing so bad because he collects all those fucking royalties, man. That song's definitely made some rounds, if you will. So
what was the song he made? I forget. The Macarena.
No, a little bit of blood in my pants, a little bit of a little bit,
Little bit
Mambo
of
number
jizz
5.
in your face.
Can't wait for Kieran's remix of that song. Immediately know where that goes.
Yeah. So that's how I came to that. I don't know why.
Right.
That's how I came to the how bizarre thing. Because reading the article about the chef in the hoity-toity restaurant, and then doing the Hamptons crime report thing, I don't know. For some reason, the how bizarre fucking song popped in my
Kieran's world of tangents.
That's all rock. It's like dust particles in my fucking cranium just fly around. All of a sudden, one hits the side of the wall, and that's where my thought comes from. And it was the how bizarre guy.
How bizarre!
No shit.
I tell you, it's not terribly surprising, that number. I mean, it's a very popular, especially now with the summertime. A lot of not locals are there. A lot of tourists. It's a very touristy area this time of year. So, people bringing their fat wads of cash. They're going out to clubs and whatnot, trying to be all, Chad from, Piscataway is going out there and, trying to make like he's the main guy, and maybe got a little drunk one night and maybe lost a wallet. So a lot of that theft and burglary sort of stuff isn't terribly surprising.
Let me see what we got, Rock. No incidents. I just saw it. Now it just says there's no incidents. I don't think the crimereports.com really works too well.
Wow.
Because it was funny. I was mentioning to Rock. I was like, I went to the Hamptons to see what the local, crime incidents were in the area, and it shows you like a geographical map and all the locations where everything happened. There was a whole slew of them. Then I was like, let me go fucking try Harlem, see what's happening in Harlem, because I was imagining just everything being covered. I couldn't even see like the outlying of the land. I couldn't see anything.
Just constantly going off. Bung, 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 bung.
It said, zero incidents.
That makes no sense. That makes zero sense. That makes zero sense.
Obviously, the people in Harlem are killing it. Well, killing people too. A lot of things happening.
What a weird way. It's not accurate. It's fake news, if you will. Who's running that website? Who's running crimereports.com?
Even the names of the roads in the Hamptons just piss me off. Huckleberry Lane.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Victoria Drive. Maidstone Lane. Old Canoe. That's what I used to call my wife's vagina. Let me go paddle in the old canoe.
Do you know what I mean, Winthrop? Governor, the old canoe.
Okay, let me go stick my oar in your old canoe. Oh, boy. Not too many years in the future will you'll be dead.
I'll be paddling upstream, if you know what I mean. Hey, Governor.
I can't believe I'm making a segment off of reading street names.
That's a skill.
Kathy Street. Yeah.
Don't you
Yeah,
miss the Hamptons though, being out in Arizona?
I do. I honestly do. I was watching today's Sunday. Rock and I broadcast. I was watching the Travelers Tournament in Connecticut, and the weather just looked beautiful, and the trees were all green, and it reminded me of the Hamptons. It reminded me of how green it is out there, and the beautiful fucking gigantic fucking $90 million houses they have out there. It's a beautiful area. Very hoity-toity though. It's a very weird mix. It's like old people that don't want to fucking associate with folks. They just want to go to their fucking 30 acres in the middle of fucking, Southampton. They just want to chill out there, not be bothered. But then you have the party kids, the fucking bridge and tunnel crowd. They go out there with all the yayo and they just start fucking doing rails, and they're driving around their goddamn cars they barely can afford. It's like the guy owns a fucking Ferrari, but he can't put $10 in the fucking tank. You got a whole slew of those guys.
They're taking the train to Ronkonkoma because they don't know any better, and then they're just hoofing it from there.
Right. Then you got the adults who are just moved to New York City or taking a train to Ronkonkoma and thinking that's the Hamptons.
Talk about a left turn at Albuquerque.
Well, the Hamptons aren't so Hampton-y.
Oh, poor Ronkonkoma.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Let me see. I'm trying to find the crime report again. I think my computer froze, to be honest with you. I was playing the How Bizarre thing. Yeah. I don't know. How you been, Rock? I haven't seen you in a fucking while.
Yeah, no, it's been good. I turned 40. That happened.
Oh, fucking A, Rock. It's all grows up.
Hey.
How do you feel,
according to Kieran, I'm just getting, more and more younger looking because my Benjamin Buttons.
Yeah, no. But I met Rock when he was, 23?
Yeah, 23, 22, something. Yeah, definitely right
when Rock
there.
was 23. Rock literally looked like he worked at a laundromat and was 54 years old. He literally cleaned the dryers at laundromats.
I just had that look. I just had that aura of laundromats.
Yeah, you had that Lucky Louie look. You remember the show?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Like you kind of looked like Louis C.K. in that show, just with brown, dark hair.
Right.
Back when you were 23. If that makes any sense.
No, I get it. I actually thought about it today, and I could actually see that because back then, obviously, in my 20s, everything was a bit more excessive. Drinking, eating.
Carbohydrates.
Yeah, right. The sun, just being out in the sun. Because at the time I was living on Long Island, so going to the beach was a lot easier, and I just fucking get tons of
down to Jones
skin
Beach,
cancer
taking out
out
the
there.
old fucking taco cheese, showing it to the lady.
Right, exactly. So I think it kind of makes sense, I guess moderation over the years, and so I don't feel and look as weathered, I guess.
Yeah. 40 years old. How does it feel? See, it's weird when you turn 39, folks. I haven't turned, not our age yet. When you're 39, you feel old, but once you turn 40, you start feeling younger. That's what I noticed when I turned 40.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. I don't know yet. I've only been like a week and a half or so. So I don't know.
The first benchmark of old is 40.
Yes,
but you're the young old.
Right. No. Yeah, for sure. You kind of like start over. Yeah, you're back at zero.
Yeah. You start getting those feelings like, man, I'm not that old. I got to start eating healthy, and you feel better. I'm 40 fucking blur, and I don't feel I feel great.
That's great. That's fantastic.
Other than, when the erectile dysfunction happens, that kind of sucks. I feel like I'm starting to get that.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I totally think so. My dick is so lazy, it's fucking retarded. It really is. My dick is lazy. In recent weeks, I've had the peen has had the opportunity to see things he hasn't seen in a while.
Oh.
And the brain's going, this is great. My dick's going, yeah, right.
Yeah, it's like, is there anything on TV? Can we just
Excuse me, I got a cold. Yeah, but yeah, it's just like, let's just watch Netflix. That's what my dick is like.
Why don't we just lean over and
like my dick just constantly has that. I want to just bury my head in a pillow.
This is too much work. Can we just not? So wait, so you've been dating? You've been in the dating scene?
I went on a date. Yeah, three of them. I call them meet and greets, Rock.
You wear a little name tag. Hello, my name is Kieran.
And no, it's the same person, but I like to call these meet and greets.
Why though? Why do you go on meet and greets?
I don't know. I just feel like you don't want to put so much pressure on.
Pressure?
You feel like, yeah, I don't know.
Well, when you show with duct tape and a shovel,
I guess it's
how
hold
bizarre.
Hold that and put your lips together.
Can you breathe into this?
Yeah, she's really great. No, she's very laid back. I don't know if she's heard the show yet. I told her not to listen to it. Clearly.
Wait a minute. So you told her about it, but then you preface it by saying, "Listen,
sat here. She sat right here
on a live show."
No, not when the show was happening, but she knows it exists. Sure. She came over. She's like, your place is very guyish. And she sat here, So it was,
Cool. So how did she react to seeing? I mean, because I'm pretty sure it's it's a bit overwhelming for someone who's not familiar with it. How did she react to seeing all of it?
The show? My dick or the?
I said overwhelming, not underwhelming.
Oh yeah, right. I got confused. A little dyslexic.
Well, the equipment. And no, I don't mean your dick.
Yeah, I told her to pot it up, bro.
Nice.
She was like, "Oh, cool." I don't think she cares.
Right. Yeah. Have you talked about this? I apologize if I bring up things that you've talked about on the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't even know what all the days shows.
Do you know the names of the other co-hosts?
God.
God. All right, go ahead.
No, I was just curious if you already talked about this. That's why I didn't want to
the woman thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I have. It's not, not in detail, just like very, gloss over it,
So do you see a fourth date happening?
Yeah, fourth meet and greet? Yeah, why not?
What are you doing these meet and greets?
Well, that's what we both call it. We both call it meet and greet.
Oh, you got pet names already?
Actually, we went to a bar. It's funny, we went to an Irish bar. She likes Guinness. She drinks Guinness. Oh. She's Italian, but she likes Guinness.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're having some Guinnesses at this
Can't shake these Italians off your back, can you? Just
no, I can't. They're fucking surrounded by Italians. So and there was like this dive bar band there, and she's like, whatever song they play first is gonna be, the fucking song that reminds me of hanging out with you, right? And I was like,
that's sweet.
I was like, all right, settle down.
Come on.
I didn't say it like that, but I was just like, all right.
Yeah.
And what you fucking know is the goddamn Gin Blossoms.
Oh,
hey, jealousy.
Yeah.
Because the Gin Blossoms are from fucking Arizona.
Oh, I didn't know.
The only thing Arizona's contributed to the fucking rest of the world is the goddamn Gin Blossoms.
That doesn't say much.
Is it the Gin Blossoms or Gin Blossoms?
Gin.
I don't even know.
Gin.
What the hell's a Gin Blossom?
Gin Blossom. Gin. Gin.
No one cares what a Gin Blossom is. And no one cares about the band. So apparently the fucking, so I was like, we need to change that fucking song. It's not happening.
Hey, Jill C. You should have been How Bizarre. That should be the song.
How bizarre.
How bizarre. How bizarre.
I'm going to get flagged for the How Bizarre song. That really sucks. I'm going to get flagged for the How Bizarre song.
You'll be the first. Honestly, I could say that you would be the first person.
First show in history being flagged for the How Bizarre song.
Miss Joe asking, is she from the gym? Very good question.
Negative.
Oh, good. I think that's good.
She goes to the gym though. She lives very far away, so that's why.
Well, Karen, you have expectations, if you will.
What do you mean?
She goes to the gym.
Oh yeah.
You better be able to bench press.
Quite she's good at the curls. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Or bikini barista.
Oh, is it a bikini barista?
Looks good at bikini though.
Ooh, have you guys gone swimming?
It doesn't matter. We didn't have to go swimming, right?
Oh, I see. Put this on.
Yeah. Put this on. Put this on. Take it off. Put it on. Take it off.
Nice. Good for you. I'm happy for you.
Yeah. So, I think I gotta take the old fucking peen to spring training now. I gotta get that motherfucker. I gotta do some calisthenics with the penis because the thing's getting lazy.
Oh.
It's You know, like, you know what it is? It's the alcohol.
I was gonna ask that because I could
alcohol.
totally understand that if that's a thing. Yeah.
Three beers,
Yeah.
and my dick is drunk as fuck.
Yeah.
You know, I might not be. The rest of me might not be. But the dick is fucking.
Isn't that funny how like over time, because like back in the day, you could pound like 20 beers and you'd be like friggin' you know, a tripod, you know?
Yeah, honestly, that thing's a fucking, it's like a piece, it's a fucking piece, it's a pipe.
Yeah. But now it's like just you smell beer and it's like, oh man, you know, it's like
right. It's like a fucking, it's like beef jerky.
But yeah, it's funny how that is with alcohol as you get older. So there's something with age that is not so fun.
I was actually trying to determine whether or not I have erectile dysfunction because when I think of erectile dysfunction, I think of like just fucking, you know, shrinkage. I'm thinking shrinkage and the thing doesn't do anything.
Right.
But erectile dysfunction could also be not be able getting like fucking 85% fucking pegged and they're, you know, not fully there.
Right.
Which sucks because you're not fucking, you know, you're not fucking.
Yeah, you're not at 100%.
Your chest is not pumping up, you know what I'm saying?
You're not looking at yourself in the mirror while you're
right. And I need full pumpage in order to entertain any type of, you know, thing.
Oh.
Like I'm not the, you know exactly fucking
Lex Steele.
Lex Steele or Danny D, whatever the fuck that white. There's a white guy out there that's gonna.
Oh really? Well, send me pictures.
Yeah, fuck yeah, that thing is. That thing you can ring a door. You can ring your next door neighbor's doorbell.
It's like the thing from The Abyss going through all the corridors. Shit.
Yeah, yeah. But I think I do. Maybe I have to try some of that.
Well, let me ask you this. You know, you get your 11 p.m. Is there any problems there?
Yeah, but it doesn't really need to be. It doesn't. It's going into a stock. It doesn't matter. It's all about feeling, Rock. It's not about fucking showing up.
I understand. Well, maybe just don't. You know, maybe have a light night one night and see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll figure it out. You know, it's one of them things, Rock.
It is. As you get older, it's one of those things.
How bizarre!
Yeah, it really is.
Well, I'm so glad for you. It's nice that you're hanging out with a chick, and I'm assuming she's in the area.
Oh
shit!
He's fucking far away.
Oh no!
He lives like an hour away.
Oh shit!
I make it work, you know. I was gonna hang out this week, but I got a cold, so I was like, I'm just gonna drive up there, get you sick, and you know, it's not gonna be good.
Right.
But you know, it's
an hour still in Arizona.
Yeah, it's far.
Yeah.
I drove up there. Yeah, it's fucking far. You drove down here. It's fucking I'm far, but
all right.
It's all right.
Yeah,
it worked out.
Cool. So what's how do you get a cold in Arizona? What do you?
I don't know.
Licking doorknobs.
I'm dyslexic, Rock. Everything goes the other way. It gets hot, I get cold. You know, it's fucking weird. It's hot outside. I don't know. You know what I came across, Rock, and I thoroughly believe in now after watching a documentary on Netflix, and then from that going to watch like a Joe Rogan episode. Thoroughly believe. Thoroughly. Like my mind is completely changed on the whole UFO thing.
Oh.
Do you know the name of a guy named Bob Lazar?
Bob Lazar.
Bob Lazar.
I do not know a Bob Lazar.
Do you know a Bob Lazar? Bob Lazar. Bob Lazar.
It sounds like it. If you like, now it's in my head. Now it sounds like that's what he's saying.
I know. Bob Lazar. Bob Lazar. Bob Lazar. Oh.
How bizarre.
Bob Lazar.
Fucking I do have a readout. All right, Bob Lazar. There's a documentary on Netflix called Area 51 and Flying Saucers. It's called Bob Lazar, Area 51 and Flying Saucers.
All right.
I want to point out that Rock was involved in what, Rock?
Oh yeah, it just came out a few weeks ago, actually on my birthday. Yeah, I did a film about the Skunk Works, which was the secret government group that were building things like the stealth bomber and the U-2 and in Area 51. The very one that Kieran is talking about.
Right.
So,
Wait, hold on.
I worked on that late last year, but no, it was great. Yeah, Secrets in the Sky, the untold story of Skunkworks on the History Channel. Check it out.
Yeah, is it? Can you get it on demand on HBO? Because I want to watch it. Actually,
yeah, on History Channel. Yeah, if you on demand History Channel. Yeah,
it's a Rory Karf joint that Rock worked on. By the way, Rory should start referring to all of his projects as a Rory Karf joint. Just take it from Spike Lee, please. Tell him that next time.
I will. I'll mention that.
Okay, so Robert Scott Lazar is an American businessman and scientist who claimed to have worked on a reverse engineering extraterrestrial technology at a site called S-4 near Area 51 Groom Lake operations location. He said that the UFOs use gravity wave propulsion. Now, this guy was a physicist and an engineer, and he actually in his garage put a jet engine into his car.
Okay.
He put a jet engine into his car. He used to drive it to work. So back in like 1982, like I guess the government, whoever the fuck the powers that be, saw it and knew of him, right?
Yeah.
And they're just like, let's get this guy in here. He was applying for jobs. Let's get this guy in here, and they ended up hiring him. And they took this guy to, he took him to S4 or whatever, it's Area 51. And he was literally, he literally says, and he's taken multiple lie detectors. His life has been ruined.
Why?
Because he literally explained what he did there for 6 months. He said that the government had 9 different flying saucers in there, and they were not from this planet. And he said that the flying saucers had their own gravity. That's how they run, off of gravity. It was like reversed fucking gravity, meaning that like even when you if you shined a light on it, the light would go around it instead of like reflect off of it. It would go around it, like wouldn't appear. It's so fucking weird. The way he described it, you got to watch this fucking documentary on Netflix called Area 51 Flying Saucers. It's basically about Bob Lazar and his fucking story. But and then I went to the Rogan did an interview of this guy. The way this guy describes what he did at that S4 site and in detail, the way he fucking describes it and how nervous he was to just be in that studio with Rogan talking about it because he didn't want to talk. He doesn't really want to talk about it in public. You cannot not believe this guy. Like it's incredible. He was describing things obviously in scientific like terms that I just really couldn't understand. But he was saying like the technology that they threw him onto, it was like he called it like a reactor, but it was the size of a kitchen pot. And it was just, and when it turned on this reactor, the thing just stood up and floated. And then when they took this thing out, it just dropped.
Right.
And he's like, that's how the fucking flying saucer works. It's got its own gravity, and it just reflects off of. That's why they fly around like they're fucking bees. Like you see all the UFO sightings. There's the UFOs like flying around like the fucking bee or something.
Right.
Or a laser, like Joe Rogan pointed out, like a laser pointer on a wall. Like when that's how, because they're run off of gravity or reverse gravity. He's like that. He was like this technology. It was like we couldn't even get our minds around what it was because it was something that just was impossible. It's impossible.
So this is the only person ever to ever talk about this stuff publicly.
I don't know. I don't know. But last night I had 6 beers and I'm totally into it.
This guy's incredible.
I'm totally into it. You gotta watch it, man. Bob Lazar.
I mean, I'm curious.
I'm
curious.
By the way, that was the theme song they would play at location S4 during Bob Lazar's 6 months spent there.
So, I mean, I only have like a little bit of knowledge of working on the film we did, the Skunk Works film, and Groom Lake is Area 51, so that's not that crazy. But you know, I'm sure there's a lot of projects going on there. I'm sure there's a lot of other things going. You know, the thing in that the History Channel show we worked on explains is that a lot of the UFO sightings and things that pilots were those planes that they were working on, like the U-2 and the stealth bomber, and them running tests and things like that. So it's very, it was a very commonplace that the people who say, "Oh, we're seeing these UFO things," but they were just those planes that they were working on. So I don't know. Listen, I don't know anything about this guy, but if I had to take a guess, he sounds a little. Even though he might have sounded completely,
he's not. He's so fucking. He's dude. I'm a skeptic too. I don't really believe in this shit.
I would believe if the U.S. government is working on, like, you know, anti-gravity. He
said what they used to do,
alien based. I don't know
what he said. What they did was what they used to do, because of the technology was so like the science hasn't caught up to the technology he was working on. So what they would do is they would work on it and try to, you know, make some headway trying to figure out how it works, or fucking poke and prod in it. And then they would take that fucking reverse gravity technology, propulsion shit, and they would just literally put it away for 10 years, let science evolve 10 years down the road, and then go back and take it out and see if, like, you know, modern technology that we have has led us to any other developments of how we could try to penetrate this thing or figure out how it works. They said they haven't. They just can't. They can't fucking figure it out. It's crazy. You gotta watch that Rogan.
I want to watch the Netflix thing, because Rogan
was just go. Be honest with you, watch the Rogan documentary. It's the Rogan interview.
Yeah,
it's better than the documentary.
Oh, okay.
Because it's Rogan and he's very detailed. He's very skeptic. You know.
Yeah.
Rogan's on board too. The way you just watch Bob Lazar. Watch him describe it in detail. He's not a phony. Like it's pretty cool. It's like, I was like, wow, maybe this is fucking true. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know, who knows what the government's up to, man? They're all fucking shady motherfuckers, yo.
So there was some rogue aliens that came down in the air.
No, they say that Bob Lazar thinks he's not sure.
Okay.
Like he said they compartmentalized everybody that was there. So like he had one partner when he worked at S4. He had one guy that he talked to, because the powers that be that were running the facility didn't want all the workers communicating together, because they wanted to kind of keep, you know, silence on everything that was happening there. So there were like different groups working on different sections of the aircraft or whatever, you know, trying to figure it out. So Bob Lazar was working with one guy, and so everything he knew came from his partner. That's it. You know what I mean? Or his, you know, what his eyes saw. I forgot where I was going there. I had a fucking good point, and I totally forgot what it was. That always fucking happens. It'll come back.
Well, because I was asking about, you know, these rogue aliens came down and.
Oh yeah. So he contends that the one that he worked on came from an archaeological dig, meaning the thing crashed and it was buried. It's been there, like he said, it might be ancient.
Wow.
Like, yeah, in that fucking, how bizarre, how fucking bizarre, how did this, God damn, I swear to God, we're blessed by God, Rock, to do radio.
How bizarre! How bizarre! How bizarre!
It's fucking crazy. Our talent is fucking alien-like.
I don't know. Listen, I'll check it out, but I'm a bit of a skeptic because.
By the way, Bob Lazar, this is what he said. The ships sound like Pac-Man game. He said the ships. By the way, he actually described it on Rogan how they sound.
Okay, how do they sound?
Nothing. Silent.
No, that wasn't.
He's like the only sound. He's like when he only saw one test of one. The guy, like he was invited to come see this thing. They were gonna like test flight it or whatever, you know. And literally, when it hovered like 5 feet off the ground, and it created some blue light on the ground. But once it elevated to like 10 feet, it was silent, and you couldn't tell. You couldn't hear it at all, and it moved. It moved like, it moved crazily, like a very smooth movement, but it was quiet, but it was weird. The way it moved, you can't describe it.
All right. The part that kind of is not quite making sense to me is that he's revealing himself publicly.
Well, no, he has been for the last 30 years.
Well,
like
he shouldn't. Like if he's working on something that top secret, and
he said the only reason why he had come out publicly is because to protect himself. This is what he says, because he's like, if I'm in the news or I'm in the public's eye, and then I disappear, then the reason why I disappeared, because the fucking government whacked me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I remember that there was some guy who invented a car that could run off of water, and then like 2 months later he died.
Right.
So.
But that guy wasn't super popular like Bob Lazar.
Does that have a hit song? I don't know. I'm gonna check it out, but it sounds a little weird to me. I don't know.
He said apparently there's some so he says the UFOs are use gravity and wave propulsion and are powered by that and something called element 115. Now, like when this guy worked on these things, they discovered that there was an element 115 on the periodic table or whatever, but that element 115 didn't actually exist. But then later in 2004, element 115 was then put on the periodic table as like an element.
I see. All right.
So that's like the one thing that.
But all we have to, all that you and I can go off is if this guy says that. I'm like, okay.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's footage of him doing lie detector tests from like the 80s and talking about element 115. And at the time, obviously, element 115 hasn't proven to be, what do they call it, solvent or whatever. And it was, and it wasn't proven to be like work or a non-decaying element until 2004.
Right.
When they actually put it onto the periodic table of charts. So it's like a thing. I don't know. It's fucking bizarre. It's bizarre. He also claims to have read U.S. government briefings documents that describe alien involvement in human affairs over the past 10,000 years. Lazar's claims resulted in bringing the secret Area 51 site to the attention of the public. So he's the one that brought Area 51 to the masses, Rock. How bizarre!
It's just weird.
What do you think, Rock?
It's just weird. Having just worked on a film about Area 51, it's just kind of like odd, this guy. It's just odd to me.
I know. I was watching this shit last night. Then I was like, man, fucking Rock just worked on a documentary for, with Rory Carver. I was like, let's bring this up tomorrow. Maybe Rock knows a little something about, fucking Bob Lazar.
I don't know anything about Bob Lazar. And I only know a little bit, but based on the story we worked on, it makes everything makes sense. They were basically just building these planes that are everyone's very familiar with. And the reasons were very logical. Most of them are for war purposes, and they needed to just outdo the Russians in many purposes. And it's just very logical, and there's all documentation, and that was part of this film, is that we showed all this documentation. But all this Bob Lazar stuff, we're just basically going by him and what he says, and
Are you saying that? Are you putting down this film because you're involved in another film? Is that what it is? I feel like there's some sort of...
he's kind of like eating into my profits, bro. What's this? What is this? No, I don't know. Because if I didn't do this film, I probably wouldn't have that knowledge. So I'd be like, holy shit, maybe this. But like, I see what it's like with Area, because we knew about Area 51 all our lives. It's always been aliens in Area 51,
right?
But then you work on this, or you watch it and you see like, oh well, this happened because here are the facts, and here are the reasons, and here are the photos, and so I don't know. Now having done that, I'm curious. I'll check it out. I'll see what he says on Joe Rogan's thing. But again, already not even seeing it. At the end of the day, it's just a Joe Rogan podcast. So it's just him talking to him. So It's just whatever he blurts out of his mouth.
It's Bob Lazar and the guy that made the documentary. That's who's in the studio. It's kind of interesting, and Rogan really does a great job.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan's great. Yeah,
I was thoroughly entertained by that interview, and it was very detailed. It was fucking exciting. I got excited. I tried to explain it to Rock on the show today, and he's just like, "Fuck off."
No, you explained it to me. You explained it to me. I also would think that if that happened, it would be more newsworthy. I think that would be a much more interesting, tidbit for all the news medias to kind of want to grasp onto. And I feel like that would, even on Twitter. I mean, I would think I would at least see something like that on Twitter. I didn't see anything about that on Twitter.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
Well, yeah, you're right. I mean, that also that kind of freak. Like, it's a good point. It's a good point because.
That would be huge news.
I had no idea about this guy, and I've been thinking about fucking, we're the only thing. We can't be the only thing, but we think about it. It's the one question in history or the world. Like, are we alone? It's like one of the big giant questions. You know what I mean? The other one is like, is there life after death? There's two of them. You know, there's the alien thing, the UFO thing, and life after death.
Right.
So if this guy's fucking, if this guy's legit and he's telling the truth, that's a giant fucking deal.
It's a huge deal. Absolutely. My guess is.
Go ahead.
My belief is that there are these anti-gravity propulsion systems that they're working on in the U.S. government, but I don't think that they're alien based. I think that they're made here. I think that that would be like, his story is somewhat true, but then it's actually, it's not alien life that's doing it. It's actually just other parts of the, because also with that, there's like tons of levels of security, and each bit of personnel has only so much clearance. So right. I'm sure unless he was like some super high level guy, his knowledge only went so far, and how much he actually knew or how much he was truthfully told. So I don't know, I believe that there is stuff that he's talking about in there that's truthful, but I don't know about the whole aliens thing. I don't know.
Well, he also said in the interview with Rogan, he's like, if you go underneath the aircraft, and it almost becomes like translucent, so it's almost like invisible. It's like you can't see it; you can see through it, because the field that the gravity, it works in the reverse of everything. Wasn't
that like an Independence Day? Wasn't that how the alien plane worked too?
Right? Yeah. Well, I get right.
Yeah,
but then again, Bob Lazar, he did actually during the interview start doing that stupid monologue. Today is our Independence Day.
Oh, I thought he did the Will Smith. Welcome to Earth.
Yeah. He said that the aliens must be, because he went inside the aircraft, he had to go inside it once to look at, where the reactor stood inside the craft, right? I know.
With Jeff Goldblum.
And Jeff Goldblum was inside already. Going, hey, man, you want to take a ride? It looks like
Power Windows. Oops. No. There's no oops.
Yes. Power window. Yes. Yes, these are power
yes,
windows.
Go. Yes. Fucking Jeff Goldblum.
I think we're gonna need a bigger boat.
Team Left Jab talking about Bigfoot. Yeah, did they release like some government? I didn't even read the thing because it's like, come on, Bigfoot. Like they said they officially closed the case on Bigfoot that he's not real. They're like forensic.
No, actually, Bob Lazar was talking about it.
Oh, of course you. All right, come on, Kieran.
He showed up at site S-4, and he said there was a whole basketball team of Bigfoots playing ball on the local basketball court. He just stood up, just like Bigfoot's everywhere. And then Will Smith showed up with fucking Tommy Lee Jones in 2 black suits.
Help us on.
I don't know.
I'll check it out. I'll try to give it a listen when I can. And I don't know. Just
do it tomorrow at work, when you make your next Area 51 movie.
Right.
Up there in Westchester.
We like to call it Bestchester.
The Bob Lazar. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. More lunaticradio.com show right after these words.
Comedy talk at its worst. It's the Lunatic Radio Show.
There's Derek Gaines.
There he is, Derek Gaines, everybody. Welcome, Derek, to the Lunatic Radio Show.
What's going on?
What's going on?
Did I tell you I used to bomb at gospel shows and shit when I first started?
No, you never told me about
They supposed to forgive you.
No, they don't.
The band played my ass off. It was pretty bad. And I was at like an 800 seater, so I had to walk past all them niggas to get to the back. Oh man! And the best part of this bomb, Kieran, you ready for this shit?
Yeah,
the best part of the bomb, it was right after Christmas, and me and my girl was on some Eddie Murphy Raw shit, so we both had the little gloves with the holes in the knuckles. So I wore mine on stage like a whole dickhead and fucking tried to do jokes at a gospel show doing sort of raw material. Like it was so bad, and I bombed bad in the crowd, and then but whatever. But I remember that was after about 800 motherfuckers was like, because the whole thing was it was a gospel like open mic, so you could do like gospel songs, gospel rap, or whatever. And I was getting into stand up. I was getting into it. I was like, man, fuck that. I'm in my art. I'm gonna do it for God. I ain't gonna curse, but I'm gonna go out there and be kind of nice, right? So I have my little sweater, with my little dumb gloves on.
Looking the part,
my ass off, bro.
Looking the Eddie Murphy part. Oh boy. Are you making me
anyone
cringe?
ever do comedy on those shows?
Huh?
Nah,
I just took a shot.
You were the first and last person to attempt comedy?
And they would just dog my ass, man. And I was like, all right, cool. And it was Philly.
You know what you do?
It's Philly people. So
and how often do they do that? They still
every
do
Christmas. They used to do it back in the day.
But they don't do it anymore. You know what would be great?
What's up?
The ultimate redemption is.
Yeah, and I go back and smash.
Do that room and do
that would be nuts.
That's what we should, that's definitely what the plan would be for.
But no, man, that's humble beginnings. I got pennies thrown at me from balconies. But I'm sorry, we getting on Kieran. I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. I love hearing the stand up because I'm a giant fan of
man.
Stand
Good
up.
bomb. I bombed on a boat, Kieran. I bombed on a motherfucking boat.
Well,
a party boat.
Really nowhere to go from there.
It was in the beginning of the party, so I had to sail with them niggas. I had to sail with them till I got back. So I was just sitting in the corner, rocking back and forth with the waves. Because I bombed. You don't want to party. You want to do the electric slide when you bomb, baby. That was a black party. They hated my ass. They hated me.
Wait,
oh my God, they hated me.
So you bombed on a boat and you couldn't. There was nowhere else to go once you were done.
Here go the DJ. The DJ put me on death row. DJ, ready, Chris? DJ put me on death row. They partying already, drinking, carrying the fuck on. The DJ scratches the music off. Oh yeah, we got some nigga doing comedy downstairs, y'all. So I'm gonna cut this music off and you'll go down there and go watch A Perfect Stranger fuck up your inside party.
Fuck that up for you.
It's the whole
Kill
family.
the whole vibe.
It's the whole goddamn family. And I'm just standing up while they sitting down. I was like doing comedy in front of the cake. Oh God, it was the worst.
I'm going to kill the whole vibe of everybody's enjoyment right now, and you got to go listen to this.
They didn't even look at me. They was eating, but like looking off and like doing that scoff chuckle that niggas do when they see a black dude that's not in a black circle. Oh, they gave me that. They was like, I remember I was like, yeah, man. I was saying shit. I remember by the end of the set, I told them I was going to do my whole time because I got paid already, right? So I was like, I'm just going to stay up here and do my shit. Fuck y'all. I mean, I was just like the family, blah, blah, blah. And then the cousins start standing up. The comedians in the family start standing up, snapping on me. So I had to go back and forth with them. Right. So I was like, forget that. I looked at my clock. Finally, I had a minute left. I got 60 seconds left. And I swear to God, the birthday girl who was turning 56, I swear to God, Chris, she stood up in front of her whole family, birthday girl, because you know they're going to listen. They was like, she was verbatim. Are you ready for this? She's 56 years old. She said, nigga, you got 10 seconds left. 10, 9, 8. Then the whole family joined in like a fucking choir. 7, 6, 5, 4. And then I had to go upstairs. So the woman that booked me was pissed. So she came up to me. She was like, I'd like some of my money back. I was like, that's not going to happen because you set me up for the bullshit. So I'm going to enjoy this little fish plate that y'all gave me. I appreciate it. Is this white gravy with the bacon? I was like, this is nice.
Part of this is that you can't get off the boat.
Can't get off the boat. So I got to sit there and be mad.
How long before you got off the boat?
It was 2 hours.
2 hours.
Because they had to go re-drink to get back into the fucking zone. So you gotta understand, at first they was all pissed. Like, who the fuck? What was that? And then they start drinking and carrying on. Oh, he all right, I guess. Let him stay in the corner though. So it's like, and on top of that, my boy that gave me the gig, the girl didn't tell me it was an all-white party. I walked on there with a pair of jeans and an orange polo shirt.
Oh, shit.
Looking like a whole dickhead.
Was this New York City?
No, this is Philadelphia. I was on the Spirit of Philadelphia. I'm on the Delaware River bombing.
At that point, they should just give you a life raft.
Here, it was so bad. It's like if the boat was on fire, it would look like a Viking's funeral. That's how bad, like, it was just, they send you off in the burnt boat, off in the fucking...
This fucking, oh my God, that's hilarious.
What up, everybody? LR Show. Kier Rock. I'm Kieran. That's Rocket.
That's right.
Word up. Follow us on the social medias at Lunatic Radio on Twitter and Instagram. Rock, on Friday night show, I was asking the listeners as we were doing the broadcast on Friday night show with TJ and the Mayor, 8 p.m. Eastern. We were trying to come up with a cameo message for the great world famous adult film star, Alexis Texas.
Oh, right. Cameo. That's that website where you could pay to have them say something to you, right?
Right. So, Cool Teacher wrote this one.
Oh.
I want to give your thoughts. See what you think. So this is what we want Alexis Texas to say on her cameo message to, I guess it's me. But what we wanted, because you can't do it like to a show, you have to do it to an individual.
Okay.
So chose me because I'm a huge fan. She's put me to sleep many nights of my life.
Yeah.
Great booty, blah, blah, blah. So this is what Cool Teacher wrote in to have Alexis Texas say. I will love to help you reach your max. I will help you fill your TJ Maxx, the mayor, with your McCann rocket fuel. What do you think, Rock?
Huh. That's pretty clever. I like that.
There's no Chris Italia reference in there.
Just have her end with a.
That's it. I think that's it. Have her end with the. I don't know how I can write that to her though. Can I send her an audio file of Chris just wheezing? Yeah. So I want to get that done. I gotta figure it out. If I might get it done tomorrow. I gotta say I paid a lot of bills yesterday, so I don't know. If my bank account's gonna have a pulse after tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll see.
How much is Alexis Texas?
She's priceless in my heart. But $50 on the cameo. Philadelphia.
Come on.
She's worth $50. $50. Man, that watch is hot as a motherfucker.
I think that's great. Actually, really cool teacher. That was pretty clever. You got a lot in there. Yeah, how do we get a Chris reference in there?
We need to get a Chris Italia reference in there. And she said,
"Oh, just say the Rangers suck." He's a big Rangers fan.
He don't care. Oh wait, maybe we can do. I would love to help you reach your goal. Maybe we can get a stand reference in there.
Oh yeah, and I was thinking how you get the stand in there because you couldn't say she couldn't say a website, right?
No, but you can say the name of his comedy club is The Stand. So if we can somehow get stand or, probably get that in there somehow.
Yeah.
Right.
The stand. Yeah, stand. I stand.
I will help you fill your TJ Maxx, the mayor. Just horseshoeing in the stand right after that.
I stand with the mayor. I stand with the mayor. Maybe something like that.
I stand with the TJ Maxx, the mayor, with your McCann rocket fuel. This is so bizarre. She's gonna read this and go, "What the fuck?
What is this?"
So she can't do a liner. I was doing a 7 she can't say Lunatic Radio. She's not gonna be able to do that. Because then she would just be doing literally commercial reads.
You're saying she can't do it, or they're saying she can't do it?
It doesn't look like she's allowed to do it. No, it has to be personal greeting. Because when you go on a Cameo to try to book her, it tells you is this a personal greeting, or are you a friend buying this for a person? Something like that. Speaking of documentaries, the Augustines documentary, Rise, the Story of Augustines, available to stream August 2nd on iTunes, Google Play, Vimeo, all the things.
Oh, that's great. It's very exciting.
For everybody. They can go fucking play it. It's it's available for everybody.
Good.
August 2nd, Rock. You should download it. It's a good documentary. Won some awards at some film festivals around the world. London, fucking California. Canada, blah blah blah.
Good
So
for
they're-
them. So are they still touring?
No, they're not together anymore.
Oh, is
No,
that the
they-
spoiler of the?
The band disbanded because of the record industry stinks.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, it's quite the hard business,
Yeah.
right, Rock?
Yeah, it's a very difficult business. I mean, I don't know their full story, but
well, you're going to learn about it August 2nd.
yeah, there you go.
Rise, the story of the Augustines. Available to stream on iTunes, Google Play, Vimeo, and whatever other streaming services out there. It's available on all of them, right? I guess that's how it works, Rock. They just throw
Yeah,
them on
when you're on one, you're on them all.
fucking egg. Wherever you can stream stuff, fucking YouPorn. I don't know if that's true.
Hey, is Cardi B going to jail? Is that like really a thing?
Who?
Cardi B?
Cardi B? Is she going to jail?
I think she might be going to jail.
Pussy breathing.
Fuck no.
You want a fucking yeast infection?
Why is she going to jail?
This is the part that gives the dick comfort.
Why is she going to jail, Rock?
I never
Is
heard
that
you
pussy?
play that. It's
That
amazing.
So apparently she was in a bit of a tussle at a bar, at a strip club, but with like a bartender, I believe.
Oh, this was a while ago.
Yeah, and
No?
she was supposed to show up in court last week, and she said, "Nah, y'all, nah," and she did not
Nah,
show
y'all,
up.
I'm busy, y'all.
Yeah, I got this thing called anything else.
Cardi B jail. Let me see.
Yeah, so she missed her hearing, and they said also like they gave her a plea deal and she declined it, and they say like it was stupid of her because it would have just been like stupid stuff. And because she's definitely she's going to be found guilty, that she's probably going to be serving time. And now she missed one of her court hearings. So she's just digging herself
rapper and
up.
entertainer Cardi B was indicted by a grand jury on 14 charges, including 2 felony charges of attempted assault for her alleged role in a brawl that took place at an NYC strip club last year. Wow, look at that. The Bodak Yellow artist.
Was it at
initially
Sapphires?
rejected call fucking Andrew Zarian, see what's going on. The Bodak Yellow artist initially rejected the plea deal. Wow, you're right, Rock. That would have given her a conditional discharge, according to TMZ.
Karen never
This
likes
is the part that gives the dick comfort.
Fuck yeah. Pled guilty to a single misdemeanor charge. That meaning if she did the fucking deal.
It would have been like a bullshit sentence of like just some money and like community time.
Right. So she's lazy and now she's going to go to fucking jail probably, right? No?
But is it going to give her more cred if she does jail time? You think she's going to be like more popular?
Well, she needs that street cred, but she might get the
You want a fucking yeast infection?
if she goes to the fucking jail, Rock. You can't give that girl, she can't risk a yeast infection.
Right. I don't even know where to go with that. You're right. What so like does that mean Offset's gonna have to take care of her? How do you feel like you're dead?
Hold on. Leroy Jenkins checking in. He'd have a suggestion for Alexis Texas on Cameo.
Oh.
Gotta have her say hi to Kieran Rock, TJ Chris, and the lunatics out there that love my cavernous big booty ass.
Cavernous. Wow. Wow.
Can we change? Can we say change?
Can we just get her to do a? Oh wait, is that playing? Damn it! I wanted to do a.
Oh, good. Go ahead.
No, it was a little messed up.
Fuck you. That's my name.
Maybe.
I don't know.
What's in the box?
Get her to say that.
Instead of cavernous, I want her to say.
That's actually really good,
Hi
Leroy.
to Kieran Rock, TJ, and Chris, and all the lunatics out there who love my Kings of Leon big booty ass.
Wow.
Cavernous.
Got it.
Leon.
Right.
Sounds
Right.
like a cavernous guitar, right?
Right.
Like a guitar playing in a cavern.
Yeah.
The Grand Canyon. Let's see. Cardi didn't seem too worried about the indictment last year when she stepped out with baby daddy and fellow rapper Offset. Was she on set with Offset?
Oh, good
Or
question.
was she offset with Offset? That's what I want to know. At
what age do you stop saying I'm offset? Just like, when do you grow up and be like, yeah, I'm not offset?
Maybe he's gonna change his name to Caps Lock Key pretty soon. Control Alt Delete.
So people should do
I'm
this show.
waiting for the rap group Control Alt Delete. I am waiting for that.
Yeah, really. It's probably sooner
Boy
than you
band name.
think.
Which one of you is Alt and which one is Delete? She is also facing charges for criminal solicitation, conspiracy, and harassment.
So she's in big trouble in essence.
Let's see. Last year, her attorney, Jeff Kern, denied Cardi was involved in the altercation, telling the press, "We are aware that of no evidence that she caused anybody any harm on that night. We expect the matter is going to be resolved." Blah, blah, blah. There was a big word there. I couldn't read it.
I don't know. I feel like this is Nicki Minaj. This is when Nicki Minaj is going to come back. Because I feel like Cardi B just kind of like jumped into Nicki Minaj's territory.
Oh, her cavernous ass.
Yeah, and all that. She had that like, little thuggish kind of feel about her rap, but she was like, the big power woman in hip hop. So then Cardi B shows up.
I heard that fucking Nicki Minaj is getting married.
Oh, to who?
A guy that has a fucking felony charge for sexual assault. That is actually not fucking. That is balls out true.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just some fucking rando dude. He actually has a sexual against a 16-year-old girl. By the way.
Oh my god! Why can't these women find nice guys like at the library?
Yeah,
or the church.
Sure, that's a good place. Church.
Or the place we're going tonight.
Good girl there. Good girl.
Good girl. Miss Joe says throw Josh in there too, just because.
Josh Gogan?
Who?
Right.
Right. Maybe we should just have her say that. Josh Gogan, who?
Yeah, Leroy Jenkins checking in. Throw Sherpas in there.
Can we get her to give a shout out to Lisa Bonet?
Fucking A. You guys watching the 2019 BET Awards show right now?
No.
But we'll know somebody will be shot, so it'll be in the news.
We're kind of doing it without even watching it right now. We're talking about Cardi B and
some hip hop news right now.
Offset and Nicki Minaj, and
all we need is fucking Charlamagne the God in here to go. Yep, that right.
Come on, he's so much more.
Is he?
He's got nice hats.
Your music stink. What do you think? That's Charlamagne the God. Apparently, he's the next Howard Stern.
Right?
Oh my God. Shut up. Fucking midget.
Wow.
I'm a midget too.
It's crazy. I'm one too.
At least I'm funny. Damn it.
Wow.
What is Charlamagne? Nothing.
He's the God.
No, he's not. He's a dope.
The dope.
What is Charlamagne the God? Oh, I don't like that song, so I'm gonna tell the artist I don't like it. That's what he does.
Isn't that what Sway does?
No, Sway actually, I don't know what Sway does. Sway just constantly segues away from himself. So that's what he does.
He just has like a beehive on his head.
Yo, it's Sway in the morning. Here's Lisa J. Yo, back with Sway in the morning. Here's the other guy. Yo, it's Sway in the morning. Let's go to DJ, whatever. Sway never says anything on his show.
He just sways the mic to somebody else.
He's constantly doing this. Sway away. Sway. Sway. That's what I call him, Sway in the morning.
Just sway.
Oh, fucking Christ. Why don't we make millions? I don't get it.
Oh, shit.
By the way, I want to segue right into a story about women trying to vacuum their vaginas to end their period cycles early.
Everyone's been waiting for this.
Here we go.
This is what they call the big finish.
Yeah, the big finish.
So wait, what?
Apparently, a nurse out there tweeted on Twitter. She remains anonymous, but apparently 2 women in the span of 1 week were admitted to the hospital she works at because they tried to end their period cycle early by shoving a fucking vacuum hose up their vagina to suck out the,
stuff.
Yeah, tried to end the period quickly by sucking all the stuff out.
Is this like Arizona story?
No, this is I believe this took place across the pond. Yeah, it's it's reported by the Sun, so that's like in London, isn't it?
Yeah, that sounds right. Wow, so two women at the same time?
Yeah, two women. Well, no, two women within the span of a week. Apparently
right,
it was
okay.
like it might have been like, you know what it sounds like? It sounds like it could have been one of them stupid internet fucking challenges.
Oh
like
gosh,
in their period. I gotta, I mean,
what did the Momo fucking YouTube thing tell them to do it?
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, why would you ever think of doing it?
Oh, did it work?
Why would you ever think of doing it?
Well, I don't know, wasn't there a whole thing a long time ago where people like try to stick like soda bottles up there for like to do like makeshift abortions? There's like all sorts of nonsense that people do.
I banged a girl with a Bud Light bottle once.
All right. Well, how about that?
Take that, Charlamagne the God.
I thought you'd be like, take that, lazy dick.
Yeah, right. Sorry, babe, I got that erectile dysfunction. How about this Bud Light? All we need to do is get a can opener inside that motherfucker, and I'm all set.
I feel like this is turning into the Friday show. Can we reel it back in?
I like to take it raunchier on Sundays, Rock. You get it all.
I get it. Yeah,
start the week off fresh. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I hear you. Is it me? Do I bring it out? Do I bring out your raunchiness? Do you
I
see
feel
me
comfortable.
and you get frisky?
Rock. Yeah. Man accused of impersonating Uber driver arrested wearing fake penis. You want to hear about this, Rock?
Yeah.
A Tuscaloosa County man accused of impersonating and ride sharing. Hold on. Accused of impersonating a ride sharing driver. Oh, Uber arrested for blah, blah. All right. Tommy Beard, Rock, was arrested in March and charged with 2 counts of kidnapping and impersonating a transportation network company driver.
Wow.
Beard
Right.
is accused of picking up intoxicated college women.
Dude.
Intoxicated college women.
These people got to stop. New Jersey's looking to make it where they have to carry a card now. Uber drivers and Lyft drivers.
Yeah.
And they have to have a sign in their window, like a lit sign.
Well, this is what happened to that girl in South Carolina, right?
That was a terrible story. She was from Jersey, though, and that's why they started the rule. Or want to push it. I don't know if it actually passed yet.
This is actually when did that girl get killed? Was that in March?
Yeah, I was gonna say a few months ago, so March would sound right. Terrible story. You got to pay attention, people, when you're getting into. If you're getting into a random car, know exactly who's there. What don't just get into a car because they stopped. I don't care what age you are.
When Beard was arrested, the police said they found photos on his phone of unconscious clothed women.
Wow, this guy's a mess.
And apparently he was taking pictures of them, even though they were intoxicated, passed out with their clothes on. He was taking pictures of their breast and crotch area with the clothes on.
Oh my God.
What a creep.
That is terrible.
Court records also said when 62-year-old Beard was arrested, he was wearing a fully erect artificial penis.
What? Well, do they sell flaccid penises? Fake penises?
Why is he wearing an artificial? Maybe
really?
Maybe he was. Wow, I don't even know what the hell he's going to do with that. Wow. Additionally, investigators said that when they searched Beard's car, they found a loaded gun and bottle of hair conditioner.
This guy's a mess on wheels, man.
He's misguided, Rock. He's being held on $30,000 bond.
I hope he didn't have our show on the podcasts and like in his feed.
Like it's like our favorite. Is that the guy from Tennessee that used to call in?
Oh God. Oh, who's that?
What was his Nomad?
Oh
Nomad.
Man.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh?
That's terrible. You gotta be careful. They really need to make it standard. Of course, then Uber and Lyft are gonna have to make signs and shit. But like,
I noticed the ones that drive around here, the Ubers and Lyfts, they're all marked. They're all clearly marked.
Like with signs and whatnot, and
Yeah, like if they're at night, they have a little dashboard light thing. It says Uber
That's
or
good.
Lyft or
That's
whatever.
good.
I don't know if that's like universal around the country. I have no idea.
No, I mean I've been in a few recently, and none of them had it.
Hmm.
You know, so it's not standard.
How bizarre, huh?
How bizarre. How bizarre. How bizarre.
Yeah, fucking crazy, huh?
Uber's a weird system. I'm not a big fan of Uber.
Have you taken how many Ubers have you taken in your lifetime, Rock?
Oh, no.
I've taken none. I drive a limo.
What am I, a
Right, Rock?
peasant? Taking Uber?
Does a helicopter land on the front of your lawn each morning and you just roll out like it's the fucking first helicopter?
I get carried out.
Air Force Rock, or whatever it's called.
Air Force No, I taken a few. Like when I went to the airport recently, coming and going, had to grab it. But it's just the Uber system's very weird because you'll put it in and be like, "Hey, pick me
that's
up."
what she said. Go ahead.
And you put in it's like, "Oh, pick me up now," and it'd be like, "Oh, 10 minutes away." And then when you actually do the transaction, then it always goes up. It's like, "Oh, it's like 20 minutes away now," and it's like, "What the fuck? Well, what are we doing?" Like,
right. So you request it, they're on their way, and then the charges go up as they come to you?
No, when you first look at it, you'd be like, "Oh, how far is one?" "Oh, like 10 minutes away." "That's cool. All right, let me purchase this." And then as soon as you make the purchase, then also now you get like the real distance and time that they're away, and they're like, it's always further away. I don't understand that. It's like, why isn't it accurate when I first look at it? It's like they want to like trying to like entice you to be like, "Yeah, we're real close. We're real close." And then once you actually do
it is, you know. I gotta imagine it's a clusterfuck in the Northeast for taking Uber.
So annoying.
There's just so many fucking people out there.
And you're like, always, you have to be careful in the car because if you fucking sneeze wrong, then they take away your star. You know, so it's like
I literally took an Uber last weekend to the mini mart to get beer, and then I took the same Uber back.
Nice, good for you.
I went on a beer run with the Uber, and they were so cool about it. They just waited for me. I was like, "Great, you guys are the best."
Did you ask them to be like, "Hey, can you just wait for me? I'm just gonna grab some beer."
Yeah, you know, I laid that on them on the first Uber ride. I was like, "You know what? This is gonna be a dual ride because I'm just trying to get some beer." And they're like, "Yeah, no worries, Mike." And I was like, "All right." It was a broad, by the way.
This is what you do.
I can suck you a dick too. And I'm like, "Yep, that's right. That's my third Uber ride." I'm just making jokes. How much for a blowy? What do you think? Is that on Uber? Can
Uber
I book
blowy?
that?
Uber blowy X? What is
Uber blower blue? Yeah, no, I want that. I want that Uber XL blowy.
Imagine that. That's like an escort service. Uber could just get into Uber escort, you know?
Oh, somebody hasn't thought of that yet. They should.
Yeah.
Like have a mask, like use the Uber XL or Uber
XXXL
as like a disguise for the fucking hooker shit.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
Karen.
Dude, I got a brain for crime.
Pussy breathing.
I don't. I think I'm done.
Yeah.
What do we got, Rock?
That's
What do we got?
it.
How long have we gone?
20 minutes.
Yeah, seems so long.
Yeah, too much
I think that's all I got.
What
else, Rock?
I'm trying to think what else.
Well, I did the vacuuming of the vaginas. Didn't I do that?
Yeah, that's a really scary state that people are that stupid. I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's really bizarre.
Name of your first childhood crush. I don't know why I was thinking that. About
Wow.
that. Amy Clifford would be the name, by the way.
Wow.
My first childhood crush was a blonde named Amy Clifford. Sounds like a great like an old school like neighborhood hot chick name. Amy Clifford. Right?
Yeah. Amy Clifford.
Oh, I love that Amy Clifford.
What was it, like an elementary?
Like it almost sounds like the Winnie Cooper type name. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, it's definitely much like
in that ballpark. You know what I mean?
You should give her a call and be like, "Yo, what up?"
To be honest, I don't even. I don't know. It was like that's like my first one though. Like way back, you go like second grade.
Wow,
it was like the chick. Yeah, that's the first girl you notice. Like that's what I was thinking about. Like the first girl you notice that you.
Yeah,
as
like
a
as the first time,
child.
as a you're like, "Hey, I'm into a girl."
I kind of like that one.
Yeah.
It's weird. You
I don't know
you're like,
why.
it's not like, oh, I want to fucking kiss her, you know? It's not like that.
Yeah.
It's just like you have some sort of attraction.
Yeah.
You want to hang out. You want to be around them.
Exactly.
Amy Clifford was that one.
Wow. I'm sure she's doing great and rich and
I know. Probably fucking, runs a Fortune 500 company or something. They all do. Everybody that comes across me turns out they're gangbusters and once they walk away. Literally, one makes movies. The others all got married. They found their fucking dream life. I'm just a conduit, right? Is that what they call it, Rock?
aha, right. You're a conduit.
Fucking stepping stone to greatness. It's just I'm not that great.
That girl in Arizona that you were dating, like you were kind of hanging out with her, when I was out there. She's all married and stuff. I guess it was like 6 years ago. Penguins fan.
Penguins fan.
Was she a Penguins fan? Pittsburgh.
Are you talking about the Minnesota one?
Was that it? She was living in Arizona.
Yeah, no, yeah, she's married.
Yeah.
Owns a gym. Very successful.
No, not Minnesota. I know her. You
talking about California? Blonde-headed, brown-haired girl?
Brown, yeah. I thought she was a Pittsburgh Penguins fan for some reason.
No, she's not a fan of anything. I think she likes reading.
I thought she was into hockey.
No, I don't know who you're talking about. To be honest, I can try and think of who you're talking about, but I don't.
It was when I was out there. Yeah, no, not the blonde out in Southern California. Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, she was a brunette. Yeah,
I have no fucking idea who you're talking about.
No,
it has to be one of two girls. And
yeah, they're both married. I'm assuming.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, well, but doesn't matter. You're dating this girl now, and hopefully it all works out. It's a little bit of a long distance relationship.
The meet and greet portion of the
thing. You know the long distance thing.
She's very busy.
They all are.
They all are. That's what
Until
maybe they're not that busy. They just tell me that
they're just trying to make like they are.
Yeah,
I don't know why. Who cares?
Well, this was a nice return show, Rock.
Yeah, this was great.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do it again this next week, maybe.
Here's hoping.
Look at the fucking hair I got going here. Right? All right, we're gonna go.
I think we had enough. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, watch that Bob Lazar documentary on Netflix, everybody. It's called the Area 51 and Flying Saucer. Really not that unique of a title, but Bob Lazar, Area 51 and Flying Saucer.
And check out the show I worked on, The Untold Stories of Skunk Works.
The Untold Stories of Skunk Works.
Well, that's not really
debuted
like
on the History Channel.
Yeah, that's not like the full name, but yeah, check it out on the History Channel. And
it's called a Rory Karf joint.
It's a Rory Karf joint.
Right. Thank you everybody for checking out the LunaticRadio.com show in the chat room. Leroy Jenkins, Team Left Jab, and Miss Joe, misbehaving from Tuscaloosa. No, she's from Topeka, Kansas.
Dennis Quaid narrated the film that I worked on.
Oh, the one on the one Rory Karf did and you worked on.
Yeah.
Awesome. Dennis Quaid. He was in that movie Independence Day. He's the guy that flew the fucking plane right into the ship. Not Dennis Quaid. Not Dennis Quaid. That was the Quaid, though. It was Randy Quaid.
Randy Quaid.
That was close. It was in the ballpark, Rock.
God, I would love to be at one of their fucking Thanksgivings.
Every time Michelle revs up the microwave, I piss myself and lose. Forget who I was for a while.
Shitter's full.
All right, we'll see you guys later. I'll see you on Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. Rock will be back next Sunday. We're going to kill it. LR Show. Signing off for the week of whatever the fuck this week is.
Al Bazar.
Al Bazar. Later.
Later.